All right, young engineers, young coders. Today I'm going to introduce the first aspect of Unit 4, or Unit 5 rather, control structures. And I'm going to be assessing you on what could be a very simple program. Mine was only 12 lines of code. I'm going to be assessing you on what you've learned in lessons 5.1 through 5.3. So if you remember going back to that one, we did everything from Booleans, true or false statements, to logical operators, and then comparison operators, and then maybe you're going to use an if statement in there in 5.3. So what do we want to do? We're going to make this one appropriate. It says, in this assignment, you will use the skills you've learned in practice in lessons 5.1 and 5.3 to write a brief program that determines whether or not a person should be tested for COVID-19. The requirements to be recommended for testing are as follows. The patient has knowingly been exposed to COVID-19 and is experiencing shortness of breath or has a fever. So they know they've been exposed and they are showing at least one symptom. What about this one? Maybe they don't know whether they've been exposed, which is a lot of us. The patient does not know if they've been exposed to COVID-19 and is experiencing shortness of breath and a fever. So maybe they don't know, but they've got two symptoms. We want them, in that case, to get tested. So if the above conditions have been met, the patient should be prompted with their name to seek testing. If the above conditions have not been met, the patient should be told testing is not recommended. Let me show you an example of the output. So here's my code here. Like I said, I did it in 12 lines. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to prompt for a name. So I'll put my name in there. And then let's think about what we expect as return. Let's say, yes, you have been exposed to COVID. So I'm going to put in true. Remember, we want to think about true or false, not necessarily yes or no. So true, hit OK. Are you experiencing shortness of breath? Let's say no, false. I'll get that spelled right. And do you have a fever? No. False. So down here in my output window, it says, based on your input, Todd, it is not recommended that you get tested for COVID-19. So just because I've been exposed, I'm not symptomatic. I said I had no fever and I had no shortness of breath, so it said don't get tested. Let's see a couple other outcomes. Again, what's my name? Have you been exposed? Let's say no, false. I haven't been exposed. Are you experiencing shortness of breath? True. Do you have a fever? True. And down here it says, based on your input, Todd, it is recommended that you get tested for COVID-19. So even though I don't know if I've been exposed because I have two symptoms, it's saying get tested. Let's run one more scenario. What's your name, Todd? Have you been exposed? Yes. Are you experiencing shortness of breath? False. Do you have a fever? True. And down here again it says, based on your input, Todd, it is recommended. So yes, I know I've been exposed and I have one symptom. They're recommending I get tested for COVID-19. So that is the task of your program. If you've got questions, as always, you know I'm available via email. I'm also available to share screens and look at what you're doing during office hours, Monday through Thursday, 3 to 4. You have a link on Google Meets. Good luck, guys.